In the last couple of years, we've seen a huge surge in popularity for a specific type of creators here on YouTube. I am specifically talking about creators such as Corpse Husband and Dream, who have skyrocketed to stardom without ever showing their face. And this is really interesting because I believe that there are a lot of benefits to this idea of a faceless creator. And not just to the creators themselves, but also to these big entertainment corporations. And I believe that Mickey Mouse might help us understand why. Hello, my name is Martin, and today I want to discuss why faceless creators might be the future of the entertainment industry. Now, when I first started watching YouTube, there was a trend for many YouTubers to have a personal vlog channel. And by the very nature of a vlog, these YouTubers ended up sharing a lot about their personal lives. I mean, when you're posting videos about your life every day, if you want to keep that interesting and engaging, you pretty quickly run out of superficial things to talk about. So it almost kind of has to get personal at some point. And this is kind of a double-edged sword. By getting personal in your videos, your audience really start to feel like they are a part of your life, which they kind of in a way are. The audience gets to know the YouTubers in a very deep way, and sometimes they can even feel like they know the YouTubers better than they know some of their IRL friends. And that connection can be really cool. It's one of the reasons why these YouTubers get such massive loyal fan bases. And having a big loyal fan base is great for an influencer. Loyal fans will listen to you when you tell them to help you out or when you recommend a product. And when brands see that you have a loyal fan base, they want to work with you to leverage that fan base. And so the YouTuber can get a brand deal and make some money. And this is because the audience trusts the YouTuber because they've gotten close to them. The audience starts to see the YouTuber as their friend. But like I said, this is a double-edged sword, because even though a devoted fan base can be great, it can also be terrible or even terrifying. When the audience gets close to the influencer, they might start feeling some sort of ownership over them. And we've seen countless examples of this. The audience might start to feel entitled to certain things, like a response to their comments, or a photo, or an autograph, or even some kind of specific content. And this can absolutely destroy an influencer in so many ways. The influencer might start to feel like they're letting their fans down if they don't give them what they want. They might feel like they owe their fans to keep grinding even though they might be burning out. They might feel like they no longer have any sort of private life. And when fans and their mothers start showing up to a YouTuber's home and demanding that they come out and say hi to them because they're the ones who made you famous, then the YouTuber really can't have a private life. And that obviously sucks. Imagine going from being a shy kid making videos of yourself in your bedroom to not even being able to sleep because people are camping outside your home, banging on your windows. I mean, sometimes these YouTubers are scrutinized for every little thing that they do, and they can figuratively be scarred for life. And it's all because of this very one-sided relationship where the audience knows everything about the YouTuber, but to the YouTuber, the audience is really just this big faceless mass. So what do you do if you want to avoid these problems? Well, like I said, in recent years we've seen the rise of a bunch of creators who go the complete opposite route. These creators are very careful about not revealing anything about their personal lives, even going as far as to never show their face. Instead, you might simply know them by their profile picture or their voice.
I'm making it so obvious I don't have the patience to fake tasks right now. They're all gonna know.
And oh my god, that sweet, sweet voice of Corpse Husband. God damn, that voice is like pouring a bucket of thick gravy straight into your ear canal. What was I saying? Oh yeah, while being a faceless creator has a bunch of upsides, such as being able to walk in the streets without being swarmed by fans, it also has the downside of not getting as much of a personal connection with the audience. Of course, when people can't see the creator's face, they're able to imagine the creator to look however they want. a point that Andre Terpa also made in his recent video on this same topic. And that can obviously be really smart. Suddenly every viewer can imagine the creator to look just like them. But I believe that it's going to be way harder to make that personal connection with people when you don't have a face or a pair of eyes to look into. You know, the eyes are the window to the soul, as they say. And that is where the concept of VTubers comes into play. So what is a VTuber? Well, a VTuber, or a virtual YouTuber, is an animated character that is basically puppeteered with some sort of motion capture or performance capture software. This way you can record your face while, for instance, playing a video game, but instead of your face showing up on the screen, your performance is mapped onto a cartoon character. Suddenly the YouTuber does have a face. It might not be their own face, but I'd still argue that it's better than a disembodied voice. And this is great because when you're making a video, what you're really using the face to do is convey emotions. Like when I'm talking to you right now, if I'm just being lazy and disinterested while I'm speaking, you might subconsciously think, why should I care about this? But if I'm being more energized and engaged, it might rub off on you so that you start thinking that what I'm saying really is worth being interested in. Of course, the audience knows that it's not a real person that they're looking at when they're looking at a VTuber, but it's still better than not having a face there at all. You can still relate to an animated character, but you also still have the added benefit of people being able to imagine the person behind the character to look however they want in real life. A lot of these things can obviously be achieved by the various animators on YouTube as well. They have this avatar that conveys their emotions, but a lot of people might have no idea what the odd ones out really looks like. But traditional animation takes a long time, and you can't really do it live, which is why the VTuber thing is so brilliant. It's basically just like puppeteering, except the software is doing the actual puppeteering. So you're free to pay attention to, for instance, the video game, while the software is animating your avatar for you. You can kind of think of it like wearing a digital mask. And that's not the only benefit of the VTuber. I actually think that one of the most interesting benefits of the VTuber is that it doesn't even have to be just one person playing the character. Multiple people could theoretically be playing the same character. Like if you have multiple people who can do the same voice, or if you simply make the character speak via a voice synthesizer, then 2 or maybe even more people could alternate between being the one puppeteering the character. That way the YouTuber would have the ability to take time off, and they might be able to avoid burning out. And I definitely think that this is a future that we're going to see very soon. I think a lot of companies are going to create their own virtual YouTubers and streamers who never have to eat, they never get tired, they never burn out, because if the person playing the character gets sick of it, they can just find someone else to do it, and the YouTuber can go on indefinitely. And we're kinda already seeing this. There's a massively popular singer in Japan right now called Hatsune Miku. But the thing is, Hatsune Miku is not actually a real person. She is a so-called Vocaloid, a voice synthesizer, kind of in a way like something like Siri. It's really just a piece of software for which the developers have created this blue-haired anime schoolgirl mascot. But Hatsune Miku is literally selling out stadiums across the world. People know that this isn't a real person, but they're still buying into it. And very soon we might even see a TV series with Hatsune Miku as the main character. But I'm going to argue that this isn't actually the first time we're seeing something like this. I believe that this is something that we've seen for decades, just in a slightly different form. I'm going to suggest to you that this is the same thing that we've been seeing in the past with characters like Kermit the Frog and Mickey Mouse. In the old Mickey Mouse cartoons, like the one with Mickey and the Beanstalk that I talked about recently, Mickey is really just an actor. Sure, there's an actor lending their voice to Mickey, but it doesn't really matter if it's Walt Disney himself or someone completely different. It's still very clearly Mickey Mouse, and people are watching those films because they want to see Mickey Mouse. Same thing with Kermit. Lots of people have puppeteered Kermit through the years, but it doesn't matter if it's no longer Jim Henson doing the voice, it's still Kermit. Just think about A Christmas Carol. Both Disney and the Muppets have made a film adaptation of that story. In Mickey's Christmas Carol, Mickey is playing the role of Bob Cratchit, and in the Muppet Christmas Carol, Kermit is playing the exact same role. When we watch those films, we don't think about the fact that it's Steve Whitmire who's performing Kermit. We forget about that, and instead we start seeing Kermit playing Bob Cratchit. And the same thing with Mickey. No one cares that it's Wayne Allwine voicing Mickey Mouse. We care that it's Mickey playing Bob Cratchit and Scrooge McDuck playing Ebenezer Scrooge. So what exactly is my point here? Well, I believe that there are a lot of benefits to a virtual YouTuber, a character where you don't necessarily know the person behind the character. And I think a lot of companies are going to recognize the potential of a virtual YouTuber. So I believe that in the very near future, we're going to see some of these big entertainment companies create their own virtual streamers and YouTubers and make a sort of combined universe in which these characters can interact with each other and the audience. I think that they're going to use these virtual streamers to create connections with an online audience. And then I think they're going to use these characters as a sort of actors in a bunch of movies and TV shows and leverage that online audience. And I think it's gonna work. So get ready, people, because the RoboTubers are coming. But that is, of course, just my opinion. What do you think? Do you see these virtual YouTubers and streamers becoming a big thing, or do you think it's just a trend that'll die out in a year or two? Would you go to a concert where it was an animated character and a voice synthesizer that was performing? I would really love to know, so feel free to drop a comment down below. And while you're down there, remember to hit the like button if you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos from me. But with that said, that's our show. My name's been Martin. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care and so long.